Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Beauty by Bay. Stay tuned. Recreate this look that I did for African themed wedding over the weekend. Stay tuned and keep watching. So right here I'm using the Nyx Eyebrow Pencil and the color, if I can find it, I don't know, it's the darkest one. I really didn't want to include this clip because I usually take forever doing my eyebrows, so I did like a one side for you, and then I'm gonna just hop on and do the next one. Y'all gonna have to excuse my voice. I lost it at the wedding. My big sis got married. But yeah, just excuse my voice. It's kind of nasty. Now I'm taking a concealer brush from the Vanity Planet makeup brush set and my LA Pro Girl concealer in the color creamy beige to conceal the caterpillars I call eyebrows. This actually took me a while too. Like, I have OCD. Everything has to be perfect, has to be to a T. It's an issue, but I guess it works well when you do makeup, because you don't want yourself to walk out the house looking crazy, so why would you let the next person? Here I'm taking this flat type brush that I used to blend my concealer with. I actually don't know what it's called. I got it from my Ipsy bag subscription that I get every month, and it's dope. But yeah, I use this. I just blend it all out. It looks really white right now, but you'll see. We're gonna get it together. I'm taking the same concealer and I'm just gonna put it on my eyelids, and then take the same brush that I just had and kind of blend it out a bit. Yeah. First off, let's take a minute to look at how hairy my arms are. Goodness gracious, child. That's that Spanish, man. Can't get away from it. This is the Julius Place, the Zulu by Juvia's palette. I'm taking that bottom pink shade. This palette doesn't have any colors. Oh my gosh. Colors, Rita, really? Any names to the colors. But I took the pink one because the skirt that I wore was actually like majority pink. It was a dashiki skirt made by Shy Drea on Instagram. I'll put in the information if I can, if it'll let me. But yeah, I took this kind of tapered blending brush and I put it in my middle crease. And I really packed it on it because I wanted you to be able to see it, because there's going to be a lot of blending going on. And I just want to make sure that it's able to be seen because that's the color of the skirt. I actually took the wrong brush. That second brush was actually not what I was going to use. This brush I got from Amazon, I want to say like 3 years ago, Thanksgiving. And I got an Amazon card, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy me some makeup brushes. And the only thing I knew how to do back then was put on some lip gloss. So I'm going in the same palette, and I'm just taking that yellow shade at the top. And, you know, just taking a lot of it, dusting off a little bit of the excess. And just blending it all around, You see, it starts to look like a sunset because obviously red and yellow make orange, and pink is a lighter shade of red. So it's going to make orange still. Right here, I'm taking that concealer brush again and the same concealer, and I am cutting my crease. This part actually took practice over a couple of months, because there'd be times when I would do a cut crease and then I would open my eyelid and it'd be way above the color that I wanted. So it's basically just trial and error, figuring out where your natural fold is in your eye. So you can actually kind of see the creases in your eye, especially towards the corner of your eye. If you just go slightly above that way when you open your eye, you'll be able to see the colors from the cut crease, and it's not folded into your crease when you open your eye. Going into that same palette with the same yellow, I'm taking this kind of flat shader brush. I bought this brush set off of this sponsored page off of Facebook, and I was like, yeah, it's $10, why not? It took it a long time to come, but long time coming, waited, and I'm actually happy with the payoff. But I'm just going in and I'm taking it into the beginning of my eyelid, just packing that on, making sure it's really vibrant, making sure it's really bright. Now I'm taking the Morphe 35B palette, and I'm going to be taking like this darker magenta and this purple shade. I tried to mix them together, I'm not going to lie. I tried to mix it together, but the purple was just too overpowering. It worked for me on Saturday for the wedding though. I don't know why it wasn't working for me today, but I take this, it's more like a regular tapered eyeshadow brush. And I got this, where did I get this brush from? I can't remember. Unless I got it as a gift, I don't know. But I'm taking this brush and I'm putting it towards the outside of the eye. And then I'm just trying to blend it and brush it. But you see that distinct line? So I'm trying to add more, and then I take like a darker purple shade and I put it more on the outwards to try to add some depth. It added a little bit, but I didn't really see it. Oh well. So right here, I went back with that flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm trying to get rid of that distinct line, but it was not trying to go. Like, I took yellow and I tried to go over it, and I tried to press it in and blend it out, but it really was just like, nope, sorry, Sarita, we just not gonna work for you today. So right here, I decided to take that same brush, like wipe it off, clean it off, and I went back in with that magenta shade again, and I realized, you know what, I'm gonna just do a wannabe ombre effect. So I took it and I put it in the middle, and as you can see, I'm trying to like blend it and shade it out, so that way it kind of blends into the yellow as well as blending into the purple, and there's not no harsh line in the middle. Cause I hate that. I mean, I ain't the best makeup artist. I know I can do my thing or whatever. But that's just, you just got a line and it's just not blended. You never want to do your eyeshadow and it's not blended. There should never be no distinct lines between colors. Blend, girl, blend. No matter how long it takes, just blend. I realized that I lost some of that pink depth in my crease when I was cutting it and blending all those colors together. So I went back in with that first tapered eyeshadow brush from Vanity Planet, and I just took that same pink that was in the Julia's Place palette and just took a little bit of it, blended it out, tried to blend out the edges of the purple because that's not cute. It's not. So I just took it, added a little bit more depth so you can see the color a little bit more, and tried to blend out that edge. I'm using the e.l.f. liner in black. I believe that's what it's called. I mean, the name of it. But, yeah. I don't know. Don't hold me to it. I know it is black. It is e.l.f. I just don't know if it came with a name. It's old. And to be honest, I really don't use this because I'm terrible at wing liners. But lately I've been getting okay. That's what I say. Practice makes perfect. So, I don't know. I was like, you know, even if it messes up, I can wipe it off and do it again and y'all will never know. But actually, it worked for me the first time. And when I said, thank you, Jesus. Because I really didn't feel like doing this eye all over again. Here I'm just dragging it into my inner corner. Just making sure it's the black, you know, the liner all the way around, all the way across. Fine tuned. And then I accidentally put an extra little dot. And I tried to wipe it off, but it was no. So yeah, that's that. I'm taking this moisturizer that my mom gave me over the summer. It's by, what's that Spanish lady's name? Selma Hair. Oh my gosh. Why am I not doing my stuff right now? But I think she got it off of Avon. But it's really a night cream, but I use it because my face loves to get dry, especially under makeup. So I'm using it because it's real thick and it's nice. And now I'm using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. And it's really good. It blurs out your pores and mats your face. It's always good to have a moisturizer and then if you get oily or you get dry and you put a primer on, that moisturizer helps to balance it out so you're either not too dry or you're not too oily. It really helps. These are the Cover FX drops. I forgot in what color, in my Ulta brush, foundation, kabuki brush. I'm running out. As you can see, I thought I was going to get some drops. And they're not. And I was actually at Ulta on Friday, and they were we don't have any. But the ones that they had, they were from a fundraiser. And they talk about $42 a bottle. The devil is a liar. That's ridiculous. That's all the way out of pocket. And now I'm just blending it out with the brush. And here I'm using my Lancome Foundation. It is in 460 Suede W. I'm guessing that means warm. I don't know. It's expensive. Like, even though I just complained about $42 for some drops, this foundation was $47. But I love the formula of it because when it goes on, it's not greasy. It kind of looks greasy, but it's not. It literally melts into my skin, and I love it so much. It's my perfect shade. This is one thing that I really don't mind paying $47 for because you really don't need a lot. Like, as you can see, I only used 2 pumps, and it covered my big old peanut head. So I really like it. It's a really great investment. Yo, I need somebody to show me how I can get my own music playing in the background. I know y'all tired of this little do. This literally everybody's first makeup tutorial on YouTube. This the music they use. Oh well, someone teach me, somebody. Next, I'm taking my Nars Foundation. It's in the color Tahoe. At first, I bought this foundation as actual foundation, but then I realized that it was really, really light on me. So I use this now as concealer. I use this as the first base of concealer, and then I go in with my Nars Creamy Radiant Concealer in the color Biscuit, which was actually too light as a regular concealer. So I use that on top of the Tahoe just to brighten up the under eye areas and fix everything up. This is my blurring concealer brush. It's also from Ulta. It's one of their brushes. I literally only brought 2 brushes from there because I was just like, I'm gonna try it out. And plus, I'm not really a brush person when it comes to face makeup. I do everything with my Real Technique sponge. But I bought them, and I recently fell in love with these brushes. I love them so much. Yeah, so I'm just blurring it out, as the brush says. Blurring it out, blending it out. Cupid's bow, under eye, nose, chin, forehead, as you can see. And this is the Nars Creamy Radiant Creamy, which however you say it, I'm not getting paid by it. So this is their concealer in the color Biscuit. You see, I was really, really light, light tan, and it would have been too bright. So I just take it just to brighten up the under eye area. This is the Revolution baking setting powder, whichever you want to call it. I don't know why I'm forgetting all the names right now. But I take my Real Technique sponge and I pat it. I don't like baking. I don't like looking white. I don't like looking ghostly. I take some of it and I pat it into my skin. It looks a little white and ghostly. I didn't really pat it in all the way. But yeah, I always pat this in. I hate leaving it. Maybe I'll just find a really, really great setting powder that doesn't leave me white and looking like Casper the Friendly Ghost. But until then, I tap it in. I'm not gonna bake. You see me get my nose a lot because the sides of my nose gets really, really, really oily. After 2.5 hours or so, the sides of my nose get so shiny, and I'm just really, sis, really. That's why I gotta get the setting powder by Rihanna. Everybody says this stuff is amazing. This is the contour stick by Black Opal. I think it's one of their darkest ones. Yeah, I think this is the darkest one. I just recently started using this stick. I usually use the creamy, like a creamy contour. But because I got a darker foundation shade, the dark cream contour doesn't show up on the skin tone. So I take it, and this is brush I got. It's the same brush that came in that set from the eyeshadow brush I got from Amazon years ago. So I just take it. I don't know where the other brushes are, to tell you the truth. I probably threw them out. But I take this brush and I use this to blend it out because it's more dense and I can blend it out. I look really crazy. Like, you can see the distinction between highlight and contour. But you're gonna see. We're gonna work it out. What I just showed you is another setting powder by Makeup Revolution. It's just the darker one. I usually use this on my darker skin girls so they don't look ghostly under the eyes and under the contour area. But I decided to try it. I didn't use this on Saturday, but I decided to try it and by cutting my contour. And let me tell you, it works. But I definitely had to brush for my life to get that color off, that golden color off, because it made me look like I had a freaking brown 5 o'clock shadow. Like, why? This is the Wet n Wild bronzer. I just recently started getting into bronzer. I usually just really use only contour powders, but I started liking the way that it gives me like a natural look and not so much of a harsh contour. Like, it looks harsh, but I'm going to show you how I get rid of it and how I get rid of it on my clients. Yes, I do people's makeup. I'm not licensed, but I do's the thing. I do's the damn thing. You feel me? But yeah, I like the way that it really gives me like a natural. It really does warm the face up instead of giving you like a harsh. Ooh, look at that sharp contour. Like, this is not RuPaul's. This is a regular day in South Jersey. This is the Rubies Kisses 3D Contour Powder Palette. I take this big fluffy brush that I got for Christmas from my parents. Shout out Mom and Dad. And it's from Walmart. And let me tell you something. Ain't nothing wrong with being cheap, okay? Because this contour palette is from my local beauty supply store. Share the wealth. If I can look good being cheap, so can you. But I took the orange shade and the light shade and I basically mixed them together, and I took the fluffy brush and like banged it across my forehead and rubbed it as hard as I could, just so I can blend out those edges so that way it's not rough. It can blend into each other and look really smooth. Y'all, this is what I was telling y'all. Do y'all see this? This powder was not trying to come up off my face, and I was like, oh no. Like, you see this? I really have a 5 o'clock shadow. Anyways, back to the actual makeup. I took this NYX Setting Spray, the matte setting spray, sprayed my face, a lot of it, because I get oily. And yeah. This is my Maybelline Fit blush. I'm not really a blush person, but I figured, why not? Just for the sake of the video. I'm using my Wet n Wild, yes I love Wet n Wild, drugstore cheap, hey now. My Wet n Wild highlighter. It's one of the, it's more like a pink gold. And I take this brush that I got from the same brush set from Walmart. Shout out mom and dad yet again. And it's more of like the rounder tapered. It's not so much taper, but it's kind of tapered. And I just take it. I do my cheeks, my cheekbone. I just said that. I don't know. I'm not nervous. My cupid's bow. Looking at my hair get all crazy. And I take a smaller brush from that set. Same highlighter, and I do my nose, the bridge of my nose, because I want that to be a little bit more precise than the other ones. I'm taking my NYX Jumbo pencil in the color Milk, and I'm not going on my waterline. I'm going like right at the top of my bottom eyelid, if that makes any sense. Just so when I do put the bottom colors under there, you'll be able to see them and they'll pop severely, because I don't know, when you just put the regular shadow there, it doesn't really do much. Like, you can see the color, but you don't really see the color. So, look at me, not knowing where the color is. I'm taking this flat brush. It's like got a little thickness to it. Not really. But I'm going back in with that purple shade out the Morphe 35B palette. And I'm putting that on basically all the white. And you'll see why. I believe this small shader brush is from Morphe too, because I was in Ulta on Friday and I was like buying everything up. So, and I was like, ooh, just got paid. Like, I was ready. So I took it and I went back in that pink from the Rubies Place palette and I put it directly underneath it. It looks a little crazy because it's like, ooh, it's a little bold, but we're gonna blend it out. Now this brush I got from Target out their makeup section. I literally just bought one brush because everybody knows Target is good, but it's expensive. So I bought this one blending brush and it was clean, and I just took it, I blended out the bottom of that pink just so it's not that harsh and it actually like kind of fades into the concealer a little bit, but not too much. And right here I took my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and I just did one good coat of mascara on my my eyelashes. And when I tell you, this eye mascara is so good. Like, my mom has like 3 eyelashes and it makes her look like the bomb. I love you, Mom. I know you're gonna see this and you're gonna yell at me, but it's the truth. Like, Too Faced, come on through. I'm taking these lashes by Kiss in the style Demi Wispies. These are literally my favorite lashes in the entire world. Like, they look so good for my eye shape, and I love using them on my clients because everybody knows that lashes are reusable and they're very, very natural looking. So you can really keep them. you can clean them off and glue them. And I'm using the Duo Lash Glue. Glue them back on, and they just are really good for if you want to do a dramatic, but you still want to see the eyeshadow. This is really good for if you just want like a natural day, just throw on some lashes and some gloss. These are like the perfect lashes. I'm using more of that Wet n Wild highlighter color and that small brush from that bag that I honestly forgot. And I'm putting a little bit of highlighter in my inner corner. I don't know why you can't really see it that well. Like, you see it on my left one, but on my right one, it was like, sorry, honey, we don't want to be seen today. And I'm like, girl, you highlighter. That's what you're for. So I don't know why I didn't show it, but I lined my lips with that black Opal contour stick. It's mine, so what? I don't really find the need of buying an expensive lip pencil when I already have the necessities. And then I took this, it's kind of like a pink, not really a pink, matte lipstick from my local beauty supply store. Don't know the name because it's cheap. But I love it. It really does dry matte, and it's really, really pretty. Like, it's kind of like a nude, but more like a natural dim nude. I don't know why my products aren't showing well, but this is Makeup Revolution's lip topper. I got this from Ulta as well on Friday. Ulta, you know what? You just send me some free stuff. I know you see this. Just send me some free stuff. Yeah, this lip topper, I think it was only like, I want to say it was like $8 to $12. It was really inexpensive. Like, all the stuff that I do is like really inexpensive because I'm cheap. I got a good job, but I'm cheap. And here I am taking the Too Faced mascara, Better Than Sex again, and I'm putting on my bottom lashes because I honestly forgot that's what the ugly face was in the beginning of this clip. And it makes my bottom lashes look so beautiful. They look long and they look luscious. Look at this string, y'all. I'm trying to corrupt my life. Well, that's the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. And remember, like, comment, and subscribe. And this is yours truly, Beauty by Bay.